BSB today. We got a big carpool coming down from SNHU. So Insignia, Big Boy, Thrigs, and Steven are here. We're getting into a bit of a classic round one here at BSB. We got Obwan, who, as far as is one of many Wii Fits in the state, along with Wiloo, who has been a steadily rising talent for about a year now, or about maybe a few months, maybe like 5 months, 6 months, half a year-ish. Obwan off to a pretty quick start, or a pretty strong early start. Has been keeping Wiloo on the ropes for much of this first minute here, taking that first stock with little resistance. As far as Wii Fits go in Massachusetts, there are a lot of them, and as far if you're gonna you can kind of rate them on a spectrum of their play style, and Obwan definitely leans towards the more defensive, John Numbers-esque style. He is sometimes, I will sometimes call him John Numbers Jr., as he, being formerly from New York, got a lot of training or some advice and tips and learning, used it from John Numbers and used him as a resource to learn, and that was just textbook disadvantage exploitation by Obwan, and he's being rewarded for it by a huge lead in this early game, in this first game. Might be difficult for Wiloo to come back, but I think he will probably look at some of that early, those early interactions as a way of improving. Does get the stock back, so this is within the realm of possibility. I think one thing that Obwan or Wilson is going to have to do going forward, and a thing that it's like it feels like he's getting nothing out of his limit breaks. Like it's all having to go into limit break climb hazard because he's just been put into these disadvantageous situations so often by Obwan off stage. I feel like he just kind of needs to get into a rhythm of dealing with Obwan zoning and do some maybe some disadvantage mix-ups. Obviously, Cloud doesn't have a lot. That deep breathing F-air, that wasn't even deep breathing. Never mind. F-air is going to kill, and that is going to be round one going to Obwan. Is Wild's worth? Yes. Admittedly, my experience with bugs has been pretty limited, so if you have a computer that can run it, I would check the benchmark first. I like how we have Cass and I have completely different experiences with Rise.
It's just mid. It's just mid.
Look, my belief of it being mid is because I play Switch Axe and a bunch of the skills are bugged right now.
I don't buy games that aren't done. It's tragic, but it's true. Oh wait, there's an ad mill this? Shit, I fucked up. It's fine.
Anyway, back to the game. Much more even to start. Wilson hasn't been, stuck in disadvantage for much of the early game, like game one, so I think he made some good adjustments here. Oh, a recovery mishap from Obwan. That's going to give Wilson an early lead. Gets away from the edge guard attempt by Obwan, and this game is definitely starting a little bit better for Wilson. He has obviously getting some nice insurance off these cross slashes. and has not been really giving Obwan a whole lot of mileage on his zoning, and he's been doing a good job of punishing it more. I mean, that was a pretty good dash attack there, just to punish the Bison Ball. And now this has been pretty much just an exact reversal of fortunes here. Wilson now they went up 2 stocks to 1, or 3 stocks to 1 over and that'll do it. If you have the minimum specs to run Wilds, maybe if the demo's still up, Jerry, I would try that first. See, you know, on that front if it works. But if not, I would give it maybe a few weeks just until like the post-launch maybe some updates. Unfortunately, the game is very poorly optimized right now, so it is playable, but there are some people running into some issues. Oh yeah. That F smash did 49%. My god, that was an uncharged, deep breathing F smash. Blade Beam gonna miss. We are still getting back to about even. I feel like a lot of this is just going to boil down to Wiloo making Obwan uncomfortable, getting in his face, keeping him from being able to do anything with like sun salutations or zoning or headers. But unfortunately for him, first stock going to Obwan here. He's got his full kit here. He's got deep breathing. He's got a fully charged sun salutation. Both of them expiring now. A good edge guard here could even up the stocks, but Obwan is going to make it back. Good parry. That back air is going to do it, and we got an even game again, more or less. It's about like one good cloud combo. Good parry. Wilson, no! Holy hamster death, unfortunately coming back to bite Wilson, and this is now very much Obwan's game. He's got a whole stock lead, doesn't have a whole lot of... He doesn't have a whole lot of damage on him, but skill has been keeping Obwan from getting a whole lot of stuff with this lead. So he's doing a pretty decent amount, good amount of damage control here. See what he unfortunately misses the limit cross slash, and that is gonna cost him a F smash to the face, but otherwise, business as usual. Obwan gonna take some time to get the deep breathing. Another roll, gets off ledge, gets through. See if he goes for another one here. That, and Obwan taking a little bit too long to get back to the stage, playing a little bit too much safe on ledge, and Wilson punishing for it. Now we got last stock situation. Wilson doesn't have a huge deficit to come. Okay, maybe he does. He has a decent deficit to come back from, especially with deep breathing, which just went away. If Obwan can zone him out here, this could be over pretty succinctly. But if Wilson can get in, we got ourselves a real match. Blocks the blade beam, but does get hit by the cross-slash mix-up. Nair. Obwan running out of defensive options here. He's going to get back to ledge. Let's see what he does here. Another good cross-slash from Wilson. And he gets too aggressive on the ledge, and he might be punished for it. And he doesn't get the spike, and that is going to do it. A close, hard-fought set.